Hello there fellow NPCs, I'm Scythe, and today we're going to be looking into the dating sim Koivis High, the kind of high school where the youngest student is 18 years old because there are people out there that cannot tell the difference between real life and make-believe. But before we look closer at the game, there are two things that we need to be talking about. First and foremost, most if not all of the portraits and CGs in this game is made using AI, and even though it is easy to see that it is AI images sometimes, I do not think that these images are as horrendous as I have seen in other games. I honestly don't hate what I'm looking at. But Koivis, the developer of the game, has told me that he is planning to replace all that with human-made art, so have that in mind as we go through this demo and if you are choosing to play the game yourself. And secondly, as you know, this is just a demo, this is a proof of concept, which means that when the game is fully up and rolling, there will be more events, and the game will have evolved even more from where it is today. However, I can only judge it based on what I see in this demo. Koivis High is a very typical dating sim, the kind of game that I used to play back when I was in high school, and close to 20 years ago, back when I was 16, and not 18 or 20. This game can be found on itch, and Koivis can be found on Patreon. The premise of this game is that you are the new student at Koivis High, and as an introductory event, there's going to be a photo shoot in 5 days. And on top of this, the principals also think that it will be more profitable if it is a bikini photo shoot. When you think of it like that, I cannot help but wonder who the principal is. And since this is a mandatory event, it is your job to befriend some of the girls and join their group for the photo shoot. Every day is divided into 4 periods: morning, lunch, afternoon and evening. And during each period you can interact with the girls, or you can do some, well, let's call them extracurricular activities. How many interactions or activities you can do in a period is determined by your stamina, and the stamina starts at 4. When you interact with one of the girls, you will eventually get to respond to the conversation. And since the different girls enjoy different types of guys, there are right and wrong answers. If you choose the right answer, you will score erotic points, love points, experience points, status points, and reputation. However, if you choose the wrong answer, you will lose reputation instead, but you are still getting experience from the encounter. And if there is a specific girl you want to date, then you can look them up in their profile to see what kind of guy they want. And on top of this, if you are playing on easy mode, you also get to see what status each answer is based on. It can be either charm, guts, kindness, or intelligence. And as you score more and more points with the different girls, you will unlock special events as a sign of your growing affection for each other. I also mentioned that there are extracurricular activities, and you do these in order to increase your different status points. For example, you can choose to go study in the library, or you can choose to sneak into the girls' locker room and watch them getting undressed. However, these different activities also have a threshold that you need to cross in order to do them in the first place. For example, you can't walk into the girls' locker room unless you have the guts for it. And at the end of the day, you will be going home and you get a quick update on how your reputation is developing. And this is also what determines if you succeed at the event or not, since if you have a bad reputation, the girls do not want to include you in their group. And during the night, if you are lucky, you will get a notification that one of the girls couldn't stop thinking about you. And on the 5th day, the photo shoot will take place, and if you have grown closer to one of the girls, you get to join them for their photo shoot. But if your reputation is too bad and you haven't been able to befriend any of the girls, then you are forced. Oh, you are forced to do the photo shoot with your teacher. It is such a horrible, horrible punishment. And that concludes Koivis High. A very typical dating sim, and one run can be completed in about 5 hours. Right now the game features 6 different girls, and also including 2 different girls that will be incorporated in 0.1. And as far as I can see, the total number of girls in Koivis High is going to be 48. And like I said in the beginning of this video, and this is a dating sim that is very similar to the ones that I played 20 years ago. But that doesn't mean that it is either boring nor bad. It simply means that we have the same kind of fantasies we do today that we did all those years ago. That if I were in a position to interact with this girl, I would be able to treat her right. It's just taken to a new era with new stories. And as long as new stories is being published, these fantasies, these wish fulfillment stories are always going to exist. But that doesn't mean that this game is without flaws. And one of these things is that I want a minimap of the school where the different girls are located. Currently, there are only 2 systems for finding the girl you want to talk to. Either you look around the school and trying to find her the old-fashioned way, and this can take a couple of minutes. Or if you have a high enough affinity with a girl, you can get her phone number, and when you call her, she will tell you where she is. However, this isn't always functioning. There were multiple times throughout my gameplays where I was running to a specific place in school because the girl told me she would be there, only for me to find out that the place was empty. So the current system isn't always working. The second point I want to talk about is that I don't know all the girls, but I do like them. And so I have no idea where they are from. I would like for their anime or their manga to be mentioned, probably in their profile picture. And thirdly, I would like to change how the reputation in this game works. Currently, you only have positive or negative reputation, but if it were up to me, I would like to have a deviant score as well as a model student score. And you can score in both categories because they're going to be different students and teachers who wants to interact with you depending on how you're scoring. For example, I can totally see that the class representative thinks that you are a good student, but you also do all this bad stuff. Now I am here to make sure that you are on the right path. Or if you just want to bail all the time, then there are going to be students who think you're the coolest shit ever, and you're going to be rolling with them instead. That's my suggestion. Put in 2 different scores that run simultaneously next to each other, rather than a positive negative of the same score. In the end, I do like this game. It is a dating sim, and that is what it's always going to be. Don't think too much about it. It's a hamburger.
Okay, smash or pass this burger.
Smash. Ooh, smash. That looks good. So is this a person or a restaurant?
That's a burger.
So, thank you guys for watching. And if you want to see my review on different dating sim, you can watch my review on Galactic Love Utopia. Or you can just play this button over here and watch all of my game reviews. Goodbye, everyone.